Can you cut? It's Saturday night, or is it a Friday, and you've just got done with your 2 for 10 at your terraced house. It's August. And you're sat outside, a glass of wine on plastic chairs inherited and propped up by a cinder block and bricks you found amongst the borders of your garden, overgrown with grasses that you know he knows the names of. Not grasses, these are sedges. You can hear him in your mind ear. You remember from your stroll along the harbour in the dusklight, holding hands between the flats along the boardwalk lit below, so that your feet cast mile-long shadows out beneath you. Those are sedges. You finish off his cheesecake as the cold gets that bit fresher. So you go inside the house, through the kitchen, dropping plates off on the side to wash them later. Down the corridor you've tread along for 2 iconic years, into the lounge, the 2 blue sofas that you always said you'd wash and never did. Just covered them with throws you got from Primark and sale. You talk a bit about politics, the German word for fine, or something similar that you can't quite remember, though you know that it was once his favourite word, growing up in Munich. You like to set the mood, so you put music on. The first time he came round to lay beside him, you lose circulation to your head, messing with your phone to find the playlist that you know you've got that fits this mood just right. The hazy sunlight through the window, dappled by the tree, feels warm against his naked chest. He used to make a joke when you would lay your head on him, hear the rhythms of his heart. He'd say, "Look dub is a better sound." Look dub, look dub. He'd laugh, you'd laugh. You thought the world of every little, big, odd child remark he'd make, and even wrote some down. The spinning of the record started up and filled the room with slow swing southern blues. You invite him to dance. The evening etched itself into your brain. After that, you see him weekly, catching buses, trains, buses, walking fast because you're late, left your coat on your first date, of course, it's raining, you text him, he offers you to borrow one. He's never even met you, and yet he's offering you his coat. You make a note of that for the later and the pros and cons of men you just might fall in love with list that you're going to write. You finally tell your parents, "By the way, I'm seeing someone and his name is something male." And it goes better than expected. Didn't need to overthink it, get yourself into a state to start being sick, just like you always do, like you've always done when it comes to loving other people. Spend Monday nights together, as you're visiting the city every Monday for a bit, and it's convenient having somewhere you can stay to skip the running for the 9:15 to Bristol. Plus, he's handsome, and he's funny, and he's deep, at least you think so. So you can glimpse in a moment when the guard drops just a fraction, so you chase it. And he comes to visit you back at your terrace where you danced for someone's party when you said that you would argue and you got dressed up with hair askew that you let your housemates cut, and you look ridiculous. For a long time, you should have listened to your mother, so you go out to party getting pissed on gin and somethings, and you dance and swing yourself around near his body, getting hot and sticky and sweaty, and all night he hasn't kissed you. You're supposed to be together, supposed to be a couple, so you thought, and then it starts again, this whirring of a motor down the hill onto this tether pole you got yourself attached to. It's called unrequited love. And you always like to visit, always have, and something buried says you'll never leave completely, so you panic, buying flowers, getting sunburned, talking nuisance, making phone calls, getting anxious, check your phone, he hasn't read it, check your phone, he's not responding, asking questions, visit weekly, talk rejection, feeling something, talk the future, check your phone, want to be special, have a stupid conversation when you're running into the bathroom as you cannot stop dry heaving for the nerve that he is leaving you, and leaving and leaving and leaving. Find a moment, write a poem. Take some acid, write a poem. If you could see me now, you'd laugh. Half of a man folded up on a table. Think of everything you're missing, feel the pressure of each moment. Think of him in every living, breathing, conscious, mental moment. As the feeling overwhelms you, you know oxygen is speaking, and you want to talk to someone, but there's nothing really helping. Talk to friends and talk to family, talk to Nigel, talk to God, talk to flowers on the windowsill, read the tarot cards, and talk to Ginsberg, talk to Alfred, talk to anyone who listens. But the more you talk, the more you see it's nothing you can answer. as it's nothing that's experienced by anyone but you, too. Go to nightclubs, go to work at 7:30 in the office, go to gay bars and as an outcast where you're meant to be accepted, read a book about your mindset, an online magazine about moving forward, moving on forever, but it's nothing that can help because it's just too much. Bigger than yourself, it's nothing that you're proud of. It's not a flag you want to wave or stamp to put a tag on, because it's not the bumming brotherhood, Le Cage or Follet. Nuts of the round gable, the LGBT, stick with me, one big old gay happy family with hugs and love and rainbows, making every day a big pride parade for passers-by to cast their eye and feel a crippling jealousy when everyone you meet grasps for a post-it note to write the right sign on by which you're categorised to make the matching easier to check that you're incensed. At times you're meant to be incensed. Adhering to a script that you never knew you'd even read. It's just you and him, and us, and we, and something. Just you and him awake, asleep at the house you shared on Angus Street. Just me, and him, and me, and us, and what was once the thing I wanted to become the largest blossom I see. And sometimes when it's dark and I've spent an evening drinking, I think of every man I know alone and overthinking. I feel the weight of every time I've thought about the kiss we shared, surrounded by tulips and missing my bus home again. The tulips that you said you never liked because they wilt fast. And eating silent bread you burned at 7 in the morning. And when I left the fish and chips you bought inside the bathroom, and how you never left for work on time to lie beside me, and how it aches to say how much I think I don't remember, and how it aches to see the lisianthus on your dresser, and how it aches to know we really could have made it happen. The blinding weight of knowing that the past is now forever. And most of all, the feeling. The feeling I revisit when I'm walking past the benches in the garden where the bus stops on the way to where it ended. Or the road I used to walk to reach the house you shared on Angus. Or the roads and lanes and pavements where I see, without seeing you, it's Monday night. In August, the month he knew he'd leave, the month I realised how much in love I want to be.